what does it look like? So boom, boom,
Shazam.
boom, boom. Okay.
What you did?
And we have some
I'd be
points
a
here.
Mariana.
This is 1. And this should go up to the same spot. And this is -1. And this is 2. This is 4. This is 0. This is -2. This is -4. Alright, so basically this is what we've got on there. So right now, this should be a very rapid fire question. Jack of clubs. How many roots does the function have right now, Jack of clubs? 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 roots.
Oh, 5 roots.
Now, let's move rapidly forward. So the question we want to ask is the following. If I have f, so imagine this is the graph f of x. F of x is what I've drawn here. I've drawn f of x, and I now have a new function. Let's call it g of x, which is equal to f of x plus h. Some h value, I don't know what it is. So here's the money question, folks. How big, think about this for a second. How big does h have to be? How big does h have to be so that all these roots are negative? How big does h have to be so all these roots are negative? Right now I have 2 of the roots on the positive side. How big does h need to be? What are some values of h so that the function has only roots on the negative side? What are some values of h? So we'll start with Daniel. Just throw out a number.
Like negative. Like you mean like in like the equation?
No, you can just tell me a number.
Oh, -3.
-3. So you're saying if h is -3, let's see what happens. Then it's x minus h. So it'd be x minus 3, which means I would go right.
Wait,
Right?
no,
So
that's what I was asking you. Like, should I put plus sign? Because you know how like.
right. Oh, okay. Yes. You're asking that. Yes. The answer to your question.
3.
So you're saying +3. So let's see. So if h is +3, what's going to happen? That means it's going to say x plus 3. So I'm going to shift left by 3 units. So this root goes to -3. This root goes to -1. But this root is still going to be at +1. Lucio, you have another thought? So
Yes.
looks like 3 is a little small.
I was gonna say 5.
You're going to say +5. So then 0 goes to -5. 2 goes to -3. And 4 goes to -1. Ariana?
So are you saying we're just putting the points that we have to the...
Yes, yeah. So we're imagining that the graph just stops here.
Okay.
Yeah. Sergio, you had your hand up?
Yeah, I was gonna ask. So it's only the points on there.
Yeah.
So I think 5, right? I was gonna say that h is less than or equal to 5.
H is less than or equal to 5.
Plus
So you're so what you're saying is that if h is 6, does this work? If h is 6, where are the roots? On the positive side or negative side?
Negative.
I was just saying based off what we have right
Right. No. But
now.
it-
H can equal 6 and it would work.
so h can be 6, h could be 7, h could be 8, h could be 9, 10, 11, 12, blah, blah, blah. Juan?
So then shouldn't the inequality change to greater than or equal to 5?
So greater than or equal to 5. Why is this not exactly right? So now we're getting closer. Let's keep going. What do we need to do to change this? Could h be 4.5?
Yes.
If h is 4.5, this root goes to -0.5. What if h is 4.3? This root will go to -0.3.
So then it would be 4 is less than h, less than, and then you put h is less than 50.
Oh yeah. So you don't have to, but you certainly could write less than infinity. So this is the answer. So if h is, and probably I should write it a little bit cleaner. So if h is greater than or equal to 4, basically if we just write this. If h is bigger than or equal to 4, then there will be roots only on the left side. Because remember, h is a shift horizontally. So if h is bigger than or equal to 4, all the roots will move left. Questions on this? All right, so now think about this one at your table for a minute. What if I have a new function called j of x, 2 minutes at your table, which is f of x plus r. F of x plus r. And here's the question. What values of r? And where does this actually stop at? Like -1? So this stops at -1. So for what values of r will the graph have no roots? For what values of r, think about it for a minute on your own at your table. For what values of r will the graph have no roots? For what values of r will the graph have no roots? And once you have an answer, I'll be happy to
If r is greater than 1.
think about it. For what values of r will the function have no roots? Carlos, you have a thought? Okay, what are you thinking?
R is greater than or equal to 2.
Greater than or equal to 2. So kind of explain the thought process, Carlos.
Because if it would have been 1, if the graph had gone up only by 1,
Okay.
there still would have been 2 roots.
Okay?
So if we do plus 2, it'll stop at y equals 1.
Okay, so you're saying if I do 2, then this point kind of goes here,
Yes.
this point goes here, this point goes there. Okay? Victor Mendez?
R is greater than 1
R is greater than 1. Victor Mendez, explain your answer.
because he put 1.5 will be above the 0.9.
Right? So if I plug in like 1.5 for R, that would still be above the axis? Absolutely. R must be greater than 1. Carlos, does that make sense? Why?
Yes.
R must be greater than 1. So if R is bigger than 1, the graph is going to shift up. Perfect time. Graph is going to shift up and be above the axis. Okay. Let me stop here. Let me not go further. Let me stop. Tomorrow, so you will not be able